Things to consider before starting a business. It is always difficult to decide to embark on an entrepreneurial journey. There is no guarantee of success, and there is no way to be prepared for all the challenges you are going to face along the way. Despite the many obstacles of entrepreneurship, it can be incredibly rewarding to pursue a career in this area, and in some cases, life-changing. Here are some of the best tips to consider before starting your own business. Number 1. Do your research. You want to make sure you understand the industry you'll be involved in so you can dominate. No matter how unique you might think your business idea is, you just should be aware of your competitors. Just because you have a brilliant idea does not mean other people haven't also had the same idea. Said right. If you can't offer something better and cheaper than your competitors, you might want to rethink starting a business in that area. Number 2. Turn your idea into a plan. An idea begins with every entrepreneurial journey. But how do you bring your idea to life? Take some time to build a rough business plan and foresee the problems that you will face. For example, consider the logistics behind designing and developing the app, and how you can plan to fulfill the needs of this particular target market. If you are considering creating a networking app for young legal professionals, there is a lot to think about, and at this point, you don't need to have all the answers. Try to create a mind map that describes the process of turning your idea into reality. Not only can this exercise help you develop your formal business plan, but it will also train you for the barriers that you will find in the process. Number 3. Determine your audience. Spend time about who your demographic target is. In each decision you take, the audience will be the guiding force. Understanding who wants your product or service will help fine-tune your products and ensure that the right customers are targeted through your marketing and sales strategies. Understanding whether you are a business-to-customer or business-to-business company is part of this decision. There are many categories within those definitions, including, but not certainly limited to, age, gender, income, and occupation. Without your clients, you can't earn a profit, so consider who they are and make them your focus. It is crucial to make sure you are delivering what your customer wants, not what you want. This will give you insight into your customer's buying decision and save you lots of experimenting down the road. Number 4. Follow your passion. The thing that keeps entrepreneurs moving through tough times is enthusiasm. If you truly believe in what you are doing and the project you are creating, when faced with challenges, it will make you more resilient and motivated. You can also be more successful with enthusiasm in expressing both the potential of your project as well as your own potential as an entrepreneur. Make sure all that pushes you is your idea. It will also boost your ability to market your concept to prospective investors, in addition to making you more inspired. Number 5. Knowledge or expertise. If you know what company you want to start, in order to start that business, you will have to start learning the necessary knowledge and expertise. This will take a lot of research and planning, but all these steps will ensure you have everything in place to get your business idea off the ground at the end of the day. At this point, getting a business plan can be highly advantageous. It will tell you if your company has a marketplace and if the concept is worthwhile or viable enough to go ahead with it. You can create one if you have the skills, all by yourself. If not, a competent business manager may always be hired to do it for you. In the meantime, in order to keep your skills up to date, you will have to proceed with your studies. Number 6. Startup costs. One of the most important things to remember when becoming a new company is calculating the startup costs. You will have to calculate the total cost that is needed to effectively set up and operate your company. Your startup costs could be very high if you are thinking about starting a manufacturing plant. You may have to worry about the cost of the land or building, setting up the factory, purchasing the machinery and equipment, investing in furniture and office equipment, and other things. In the case of a retail company, you will also need to weigh the expense of the store and the furniture needed to decorate it. With comparatively lower costs, an office can be started and all you would have to spend will be in furniture and office equipment. Number 7. Capital and finance. No organization can operate without capital in this world. You will know what kind of money you need to start your business, depending on the kind of business you are starting and the initial expenses you will have to pay for. You will have to ensure that you have the necessary funds to take you through the startup process, regardless of what measures you take to finance your business. One of the most significant aspects to consider before beginning a company is the funding trend. This typically requires the money you can borrow from your investments as well as the resources you can borrow. Personal savings are what 77% of small businesses rely on when their initial funds are raised. But if you can't finance your whole company, you can't really go over the board. Funds, either by short-term or long-term loans, may be lent for business. Nevertheless, the terms and conditions of borrowing such funds, including the borrowing costs, the interest rate, the terms of repayment, and the protection that is needed, which need to be considered. To find the most beneficial form of financing, approach a few banks and private lenders, get a few quotes, and compare them. Number 8. Set your marketing strategy. How successful is the marketing of your product and service via social media? What about paying for advertisements, a public relations professional, or advertisement for influencers? To meet your audience and still turn a profit, how much do you really need to spend? To reach potential customers using social media and word of mouth, start your own circles of influence. Marketing can be costly for a young company, so make sure you use free resources such as websites and other design models to cut costs and save time. Number 9. Competition. You will not be able to compete in the market for long unless you know who your rivals are and what they're doing. If your commodity is a competitive monopoly, it won't matter. Otherwise, to fill the demand and supply gap, you would have to come up with an excellent plan. If you are about to start a company, you should be on top of your mind to gain market share. This shouldn't be too hard if there is a big demand for your stuff. If not, to gain entrance into the competitive market, you will have to improve the role of your company. Competition research means getting to know the rivals, finding out how they have positioned themselves, understanding their pricing and marketing tactics, and analyzing their strengths and weaknesses. It's all about conveying your unique selling point to your target audience once you have all the details. If you can do this well, no matter how difficult the competition is, you can succeed. Number 10. Read up on managing people. Most first-time and emerging company founders have never had any experience handling individuals. It's an art to learn how to handle people, and it is crucial to the success of any company. Luckily, there is plenty of excellent leadership advice. You just need to know where to look. You will help prevent simple mistakes in your local small business management centers and also link you with workers that are a good match for your vision. Read books and seek guidance from others by successful entrepreneurs and management specialists. Learn to clearly and concisely express your goals. It can make inexperienced owners feel more secure by drafting an employee handbook. The employee handbook lays out the rules and procedures of the company, explains benefits, defines a policy on discipline, and sets the tone.